The Army sent in this F-27 Fokker. As you look up at this plane flying through the midday sky, look up with respect. This plane carries 12 men of international reputation. These are the United States Army Golden Knights. Their mission, maintain present status as the finest precision parachute team in the world.
It's an honor to be on this team. They're the best 12 guys I've worked with in 18 years of service. And I've worked with a very elite unit. To be on the parachute team is indeed an honor.
Assistant team leader Gary Moeller has earned his pride. Like his teammates, Gary had to compete with hundreds of men and women to win his prestigious position. Aside from jumping, these soldiers must exemplify motivation, dedication, and a team spirit. Staff Sergeant Ed Rivera made the team 3 years ago.
When I was a kid, I was about 15 years old, I had this wild dream at that time.
While growing up, Ed had a vivid recurring dream, that he could fly.
It was a sign, and when I finally learned how to free fall, I looked back and I said, you know, that dream actually meant something when I had it. And now, 15 years later, here I am actually literally flying my body.
Most of these men have well over 1,000 jumps under their belts. They're on the road 220 days of the year, performing at some 50 air shows. Becoming a member of this elite team was a catalyst for most, including Sergeant Eric Folkstad.
It's a good feeling. It's a lot of pride. I suppose the main thing is confidence and knowledge that you can do whatever you set your mind to do.
The real meaning of that self-confidence hits home at the thought of jumping out of an airplane from 2.5 miles up. During their 2-minute free fall, these guys accomplish a complicated formation. Then go on to show off their canopy work. And this stunt called stacking. After all that, they set their sights on and usually hit a target 5 inches in diameter. The Golden Knights have jumped all over the world, but they had to come to Geneseo to jump out of a B-17.
When I was real young, I used to have little airplanes all over my room, that, you know, the models hanging on strings, and the B-17 was my favorite airplane. I can still remember. It was kind of nostalgic to look back on it, walking around my front yard with the B-17 airplane, dropping the little bombs on the ants, you know. And then to go into the plane and sit there with 12 other guys, just like the crew that flew that airplane, on a grass strip in a European type environment that you have here, where you have the valleys and the sun was getting low and the fog was settling in, and the roar of the engines and the whole 9 yards, to sit there and think that, you know, 12 guys were doing the same thing 40 years ago, rolling down a grass runway going somewhere. And it was a moment to pause and just think about it, you know, it really was.
Our air show provided them with a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This would be the first time any of these world-class paratroopers jumped from a flying fortress.
It was the most awesome thrill I've had as a jumper in a long time. Each jump is a thrill for us. Each jump is a little bit different, but then there's always that one jump that sets it apart. And jumping out of a B-17, an airplane that's 45 years old, going on 50, I mean, it was something else for us. You just don't see that many of them flying anymore, and being able to ride in it, let alone jump out of it, was a thrill for us.
Like test pilots with their planes, the Golden Knights stretch the envelope, push their bodies to the limit. 12 men become as one. Yet as well as they work together, the team faces transition. After just 4 years, soldiers are encouraged to move on to new challenges. Team leader Ben Curran faces that reality.
I was just thinking yesterday, you know, I'm looking at my guys in the airplane, and you see their faces every day. And I'm looking at, I'm thinking, you know, in a couple of years, this is going to be history for me. You know, I'll never see some of these guys again.
The rest of the team feels the same.
Oh yeah, there's much more than my best friend. There's a lot of trust and confidence built on with the team. There's a mold. There's even genuine love in between the team members.
When I give it up, I'll go into something else and apply the confidence and determination that the team and the team environment of the Golden Knights has instilled in me.
For now, this Golden Knight team will remain together, an inseparable flying fraternity. And as the years pass, their memories won't fade. They'll just grow fonder.
The experience that I'll take with me after I leave the service and the parachute team, and the belief that this is a great country. So I'll go away with that everything that I was taught growing up about our country and what the beliefs that I was brought up to believe in are true.